Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Aubameyang and his contract details with FC Barcelona. Then we're going to be talking about the presentation of Adama Traore and what Joan Laporta had to say about Dembele. But first, before we go into any of those things, I do want to also talk about the squad list that has been presented earlier today when it comes to the Europa League. There has been so many players that has been called up. There has been one player that did not get called up within this squad list that was very surprising, but in the end, we were right. We were talking about how there were a total of 4 players, which does include Adama Traore, Ferran Torres, Dani Alves, and Aubameyang, and only 3 of those 4 players would be able to be called up to play in the Europa League. So again, let's start with this squad list first, because if we look at the squad list, we can see that Dani Alves is out, and it has been said through multiple reports that Xavi does not want to play Dani Alves in the Europa League because of his age, and he cannot keep up with playing 2 games a week, because we are going to be playing a La Liga match within the same week of the Europa League, and Dani Alves again just cannot cope with that, which does make a lot of sense. This is exactly what we have been talking about yesterday when it comes to Dani Alves, and we can see here that his requirements are always going to be the attackers. He wants Adama Traore, he wants Ferran Torres, he wants Aubameyang. He does want all of the attackers available for him to produce his best attacking ideas. And we can also see here that he also believes in working with Ronald Araujo and Serginho Dest, 2 players who can play in the right back position. I think that for Serginho Dest, this is a great time for him to step up and say that this is the reason why I should be staying at Barcelona. This is the reason why I should be starting within Xavi's Barcelona. So this is going to be a huge moment for Serginho Dest. These next 4 months are going to be so important. And then notice how on the bottom right of this squad list, we can also see Jandro Orellana and his emergence. He has been called up. This is huge news, because one of the reasons why he is even in this squad list is because of how he has been performing with Barcelona B, and he has been very impressive lately. And there was a game where Jandro Orellana did play in. Xavi was actually there in that game, and he saw Jandro Orellana have a world-class performance. And I think that that is the reason why Xavi is calling up this midfielders, because he believes that this player does have a future with this club. And many of us do know what Jandro Orellana can do. He is a very impressive midfielder, a midfielder that does and always makes the correct decisions in the midfield. All of his passes always come out 100%. They're very accurate, they're very fast, he can move the ball quickly. He is a more mobile version of Sergio Busquets. And then lastly, we can also see here Dembele, right? Dembele is within this squad list. There has been so many reports stating that Barcelona within this club, right? There is Xavi, there is Mateo Lemán, there is Rafa Yuste, Joan Laporta. Many of these people, they did come together and they were asking, should we play Dembele for the next 4 to 5 months? And now we're seeing him here in the squad list. And now the biggest question is going to be this: is Barcelona going to be playing this player in the Europa League? Are they going to give him minutes? This is going to be something that we are going to be discussing later down this video. But have Barcelona changed their mind? Like, is Xavi really saying to the club members, the representatives, and saying we need this player at all cost? And so this is a very interesting squad list. I'm excited to see what type of starting 11 we could display on the field. But now let's go into Aubameyang's contract with Barcelona. Let's move on to the next section, because it has been said that he is registered, he is signed with Barcelona, it is official, and Barcelona have also stated that Aubameyang will sign a contract until June 2025 with an option to agree and exit in 2023. His release clause is going to be 100 million euros. And so yes, he does have an option to leave in 2023, which basically is next year in the summer, which is not too long from now. And by next year in the summer, here's what's the most interesting thing about this whole thing: Barcelona is going to look so much more different, because you and me know that Aubameyang is a short-term signing. And I do believe, right, this is just my opinion and what I do believe is going to be going on within these next 18 months, but I do believe by the time we do hit the summer of 2023, this Barcelona team is going to be much more competitive. It's going to be a team where we are going to be seeing world-class performers in this squad, and it's going to be very hard for Aubameyang, knowing his age and knowing his level, to break through that future Barcelona. And that is why we are seeing that he's going to be having an easy exit in the summer of 2023, because one thing is for sure, Aubameyang is going to want to play, he's going to want to see minutes, and by the time we do get into that moment, he's going to be saying, okay, maybe it's my time to leave now. I understand that I am at this age, I understand that I can only produce this much of a level, I see where Barcelona is going, maybe it is my time to go and I have done my work here. And if you guys are also wondering, then why would Barcelona sign Aubameyang until 2025? The reason why it is until 2025 is because they basically want to spread out the payments even more on what they want to pay towards Aubameyang. It's a very similar situation to Samuel Umtiti, because if Barcelona do let go of Aubameyang in the summer of 2023, that would mean that they're going to pay him all of the money that was supposed to be paid towards him until 2025 on the spot, right, in the summer of 2023. So again, just notice how the 2025 year is just used to spread out the payments even more in the short term, so Barcelona in the short term can have more breathing room. So this is brilliant business coming from Mateo Alemán. This is only going to help the wage bill that we currently do have in order for us to make future signings within these next 7 to 8 months. Now let's move on towards the last topic of today, and we are going to be talking about the presentation of Adama Traore, and then we're going to mainly focus on what Joan Laporta had to say about Dembele. So of course, there was a presentation earlier today in Barcelona. There was very happy vibes. There was a lot of greetings. We saw a lot of hugging. Many people were celebrating the return of Adama Traore in Barcelona because it has been a total of like 6 years since the last time he did feature in a Barcelona shirt. And so this is what Joan Laporta had to say towards Adama Traore. We can't wait for your first match with the number 11 shirt. We will enjoy your strength and speed and that we need. We hope to score several goals with FC Barcelona. And then Adama Traore did respond with this. Hello everyone. I want to thank Laporta for the deal as well as the family and all the crew. I will do everything I have to make the Barcelona fans proud of me. I'm happy to be back home and I hope to make the squad list on Sunday. And then they asked him what has changed from the past and what you are today. And this is what Adama Traore did say. I think I have changed physically. I gained more experience. My position for Barcelona has never stopped and I can't wait to play under Xavi Hernandez. And then they asked him, so what did Xavi Hernandez tell you so far in terms of tactics? And this is what Adama Traore did say. What Xavi told me is to show my talent and try to beat defenders on 1v1 situations. I also asked for several things defensively and offensively, and I can't give some details as of now. So you can see that already there has been some tactical talks and work going on between Xavi and Adama Traore. He does want to understand what type of role he is going to be given, and that is only going to make him more determined to learn and to grow. And so moving on from that topic, Joan Laporta was also asked, of course, about the situation of Dembele, and this is what Joan Laporta had to say. The coach, Xavi Hernandez, will decide if he plays. Dembele's issue is determined by the coach. The coach is thinking about the present and the future, and the player who does not want to continue is difficult for him to play. We want the best for him and the club. A player like Dembele who does not want to renew with Barcelona knows why he does not want to, but this has its consequences, and we want committed players like Adama Traore. Our offer to Dembele was really good. The offer to renew Dembele's contract expired on December 20th. If they wanted to sit and talk, it would be different. The Dembele situation is similar to that of Moriba. And then the reporter asked, you said that Dembele is better than Kylian Mbappe. Do you think this affected the greed of the agents? And Joan Laporta did say, I do not regret this statement. I think we made a very satisfactory renewal offer. Our goal was to give the best version of Dembele. His talent is the best in the world for me, and that's why we were keen to renew him. So we look at this, right, and it basically confirms that the club is thinking about whether to use this player, yes or no. And one of the reasons on why they're thinking about it is because of Xavi Hernandez. He continues to say that he needs Dembele within these next 4 to 5 months. And so it's a very tricky situation. Like, we have no idea how all of this is going to go down. Like, we have just seen Dembele get called up in the squad list, but is he going to play? And you guys do know my opinion on this whole thing. Like, I just do not think that Dembele should be playing, and that is because he is not going to be considered as a Barcelona player no more. Like, the agent does want to move him elsewhere, and it just makes no sense to use players in this squad that will be leaving in about 4 to 5 months when we do have players at the same time who want to stay in Barcelona, who are fully committed, and they just want to stay and continue to grow in this club. And right now it is a good time to grow players like Abde and Adama Traore in the right flank, because if we put Dembele in, right, and we give him all of the minutes, we give exactly what Dembele has been asking for, that is only going to be considered as a waste of minutes, because those could have been minutes that could have been given to other people with the players that do want to stay for the long term. And so this is only going to give the agent and Dembele exactly what they do want, which would be to give minutes to Dembele in order for the agent to find buyers for this player and also make a case on why he should be staying in the World Cup. And this is me not saying that we need to give revenge towards someone like Dembele and the agent. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is this: we need to give a good image for the other clubs out there in Europe and for the players out there in Europe when it comes to Barcelona. Barcelona's image is very important. Continuing to use Dembele through these next 4 to 5 months is only going to give this Barcelona club a very bad image, because we cannot continue to let these players run over this club. We have been seeing that for way too long over the past 5 to 6 years under ex-president Bartomeu. And so finally, I do want to end it with this report, and it does say here, according to Javi Miguel, a meeting between Xavi, Laporta, Alemán, Yuste, and Jordi Cruyff will take place to decide Dembele's future, which is going to be imminent. It will take place before Saturday. Xavi prefers to play him while the club wants to send him to the stands. And so that is where we currently do stand with all of these players regarding Dembele, Adama Traore, the squad list, Aubameyang. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.